Check that out. See how they flew the pattern over me like that? And then now they're just flying right over me, right over me, right over me. It's that remote neural monitoring. I'm trying to tell you guys. Yeah. They're scared of you. There's something about you that you're different than the rest of them. Why would they do that to you? There's something about you. You know? That's what it is. You can't all them people constantly harassing you and doing that shit to you, and everywhere you go, they're linked into your mind somehow. Yeah. Yeah. You as soon as your thought come online, they're going to the places where you're going. It's about you. It's about your thoughts, about what you're doing. Get what I'm saying? Look at that. Look at how they flew over and cut through to go over the top of me. See that? And see, they put out that them chemtrails on purpose too. A lot of the times they don't turn those chemtrails on till so you can see them and all that. You know, it's the remote neural monitoring. You know, that's what it's about. These clowns, there's something about you that you're different than the rest of those people, chosen by God. Because every time I pull out my Bible, you see, every time I pull out my Bible, these clowns, it goes off the charts. My muscles start twitching, eyes, just all kinds of stuff. They're using the satellites on you. And there's something different about you that they would have to do this. You know? Something different. And it's on such a vast scale that they would spend endless resources. Look at that. Endless resources to track you, surveil you, you know. And if they would do that to just one person who's of no concern, really, you know, to society in a whole at all, I mean, why? Think about it. You know, you see, if they're doing it to just a nobody, imagine who would do it to? They're going to do it to everybody, even each other. You get what I'm saying? This thing is getting so out of control that everybody's in such fear. Why do you think the cops are in fear every day? Why do you think the cops are scared? They're in fear and they'll pull their gun out when you just are standing there because of the shit that they do. They know what they're doing is wrong and they're in fear for their life because they know that you're going to reap what you sow and one day it's going to be their end. That's why. It's going to be their end. And the government and all of them knows it's coming to an end. You get it? Look, here's another one. It isn't even a plane. Look at that. It has little tiny wings on it. You see, that's a drone. Look at that. Look at that thing. That's not even a plane. It's a fucking drone of some sort. Well, maybe it is. Ooh, oh, maybe I got it wrong. Maybe it is. See? But there's just another one, like I was telling you. It's real quiet. But anyways, that's what I'm saying. It's if they're scared of a homeless guy living in a car and has been for many years, what are they going to do? And how scared are they going to be with somebody who knows what the hell is up more than I do? The only reason I know what's up is because I'm living it and I'm doing the research on it all, you know? And God has told me a few things about it, you know? And the funny thing is all these people who are doing it, it's going to happen to them. You understand? It's going to happen to you too, suckers. It's coming. They're going to come for you too. Everybody's going to be under it. All these cops and all of them, they're already under it and don't even know it. You know what I'm saying? It's getting so bad now that they're getting so scared that a homeless person can expose them. What are they going to do when somebody who really knows what's going on starts to expose it all? You know? And they've been doing wrong by people for so long, and this thing is getting so out of control, and everybody's living in fear that it's going to happen to them because they're the ones who are doing it to everyone else. And you know, the chances of it is they're already getting it done to them. Everybody's so scared, and everything's the world is a stage and a lie. Don't ever believe anything Trump fucking says. Don't believe anything of those politicians. They are just paid actors. Everybody is. Everywhere I go, somebody's acting a part. Everywhere I go. There's nothing genuine anymore. I don't even believe what I hear, even what I see, because of all the crazy stuff that when you wake up and get unplugged and they put you in this program, your eyes are open to see what's really going on, you know? And that's the bottom line. These people, everybody out here living life and making money and all that shit, they have no clue. They have no clue. They're being watched, you know, but they just haven't incorporated. See, all we are we're the forerunners of what's going to happen to everyone else, you know. And when they implement it, it's going to happen overnight. You understand? There's more and more and more people who are aware, and it's happening to them, and they're trying to bring it out in the open. But they use remember how I was telling you they don't let me do my videos? And if they can do cybersecurity for the whole NSA, for the whole United States, they can easily shut us down. But there's just so many people now that are in on that it's happening to. More and more people are coming out saying this stuff's happening to them. And so they have to bloat the funding, so they had to put more people on it, and 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 more people on it. And they think by doing this to them, it's going to shut them up. You know what I'm saying? But something's going to have to give eventually with it, you know, or, you know, it's just stupid. It's stupid. And I wish death on them all. Really, I do. I hope they die. I hope they die in the most horrible way possible. This is for entertainment purposes only. So, yeah, that's where we're at with it today, you guys. I'm sorry what you're going through. If you want to say some prayers, I know a guy who his mama turned on him. That was the last thing he had, and she got the car taken away from him, and his name's Ryan, and he's out on the street now. Gang stalks hardcore on the street and got nobody. That's a rough place to be, and I've been worrying about gang stalking by the numbers. I hadn't seen him in a month since they wrecked his car, and he got on the street too. And they just, they're relentless on the TIs. That's where they want you. It's not easy being on the street with a backpack trying to generate money and have them use tech weapons on you and put curses on you and have everybody come attack you constantly. So, up here, this will be the last nice day. I've been getting down in the 30s at night. So, pretty soon you'll have to make a move, go into some town and try to survive the gang stalking there, depending on, how bad it is. Pretty bad every time I get in there. It doesn't ease up at all. I was down in Kentucky and Tennessee last winter, and the gang stalking down there was just, off the charts. Off the charts. And, it's anywhere and everywhere you go. It doesn't matter where you go. It just matters where you're going to, if you're able to even move, and where you're going to post up, that where you don't freeze to death or burn up, or, it all depends on you, and your preference with the weather, if you're able to even make a move. I was gang stalked hardcore, for living in a vehicle in Missoula for 3 years. And I couldn't even move in a 3-mile radius. That's how bad it was one time. I had a truck that would not even go but in a 3-mile circle, pretty much. And I worked my way up from there and worked my way up from there. And so, I hope it all does come to a head. I hope it doesn't just keep on lingering like this, and people, just more and more people get on the list, and they just keep doing that to people, and more and more and more and more people, and then you have a super divided society of Nazi Germans, and then everybody else who they're trying to kill. You know what I'm saying? I hope it just all comes to a head. Somebody does something major, somebody does something dramatic. And, we're programmers. I'm trying to tell you guys this. If they're neurolinking everyone to your thought process, think about that. Then you can control them. You can place bad thoughts in their head. Get what I'm saying? You can control the masses. You can tell them to go do whatever. You can tell them. There's more and more mass shootings. You see them? Mass shootings, and it always starts with a cop and ends up at a church. Why is that? Huh? Why are people just all of a sudden going to certain people and shooting up certain businesses? Because the businesses, in the COINTEL program, all critical infrastructure is involved with your stalking. The railroads, the truckers, all the businesses, the gas stations, the restaurants. There's 1,800 businesses that are involved with it, and they're linked to other businesses. Look it up. Do the research. So all these people that are doing this to these people, and then they finally get tired of it, and you see it on the news, and it has to do with the cops, and it has to do with the ambulance and the fire people and UPS drivers and FedEx and Amazon and all that. They're presenting it as, oh, just another crazy. It's getting crazy out there. We need more policemen. No, it's them using that COINTELPRO, and them people are getting tired of it, and they're going and doing something about it. And I hope more of them do. Really, I do. I get tickled pink when I see cop shootings on the videos all the time. Oh, it tickles me pink. I have a big smile on my face when I see that, because I know and they know. And that's why they're scared. That's why they say they need more of them. They need more cops. We need more. We need more. We need more. No, they don't. They don't. They want an army of them, because they're in fear. Cop will have more fear of what he's doing. And you see the cops, when they get off work, they ain't going back home. They ain't just patrolling you while they're on duty. They're patrolling you while they're off duty too. You understand? They're patrolling you. I was gang stalked last summer. Not this one, but last summer. But these certain cars, and I was I was driving around here the other day in the town that was happening by. And what was those cars that I saw last summer? They were parked with the cops' cars in a secret location behind a locked fence. See, they were patrolling and gang stalking me in civilian cars while they were off duty. Get what I'm saying? Or they were calling their Mason buddies and having them come over and do it. So they had all these cars that they did this in, but they were hidden with the regular cop cars. They were undercovers. Get it? So they're patrolling you all the time, regardless. And they're getting paid to do it. You don't understand. Them cops make a lot of money. I was looking online last year in a certain city up here in the Pacific Northwest, and they were offering $97,000 a year for the just being starting off as a cop. $100,000 to be a cop, just starting off. So there you go. That's why it's all money oriented. Once you get in there, then the money really starts rolling in. Get what I'm saying? Yeah. Once you're on board, that's just your salary from that they're willing to say. But see, them cops they're all corrupt. I'm from Texas. You want to talk about corrupt counties? Those places they're all Masons. And so once they get in there and they get X amount of dollars for their paycheck, they're taking cuts and bribes and doing drug deals. And where I was from, it was the county I was from, Grimes County, down in Texas, was linked to the Matamoros college students disappearing. Check that out online. And what they found down there was 30 bodies where they were flying drugs in from Mexico into Grimes County, Texas, and they were using human sacrifices in Matamoros because all these college kids were going missing down there, Americans, and they found them in these mass grave site down there, and they found the people who were involved with it, and they asked what was going on with all these bodies, and they said that they were worshiping the devil and doing blood sacrifices. The cartel was, and see, it was involved with that county I was living in. Everybody was involved with it. They were flying them onto people's properties with little bitty planes. And so, that's stuff has been going on for ages, and not just what I'm telling you. You got to all look at it on a spiritual level. It's not just tech. It's a combination of both. And, with them kicking up the 5G, and with them kicking on CERN and opening portals and altars everywhere, it's going to get really bad. So that's where it's all at. Keep your chins up. Please say some prayers for those guys I was talking about. Hope you get through another day, another week, another month, another year. Love you. Bye.